a pool area, we have a jacuzzi, we have a spa, we have a gym. My building is basically like a hotel. It's basically like a 5-star hotel. So we have all these, and we are spiritual beings, and the way that God created us was for us to be a community and not to be alone. But the thing about the devil will always remind you of your past. When you are trying to do better, he will always remind you of your past. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sandy Shalom's video. I want to talk about something that I went through so you don't have to go through it, or maybe you might be going through it right now, and let me just help you navigate it, because I had to navigate it myself, and I am comfortably in a place where right now I am so comfortable, so happy with what God is doing in my life, and I am so happy with where I am right now in my life. So just tell you a background story with me and friends. So honestly, like all my life, I've never really had good friends. I've always been in like groups of friendships where like there's maybe like a group of 10, a group of 5. I've never had like a friend who is my friend. I can solely say, oh, this is my friend. This is like my personal friend. I've never had a friend where I feel like this is my confidant. We do everything together, and like we cry together, we talk to God together, we pray together. I've just had problematic friendships that bring drama, chaos, and everything in my life. Also, because I used to live a very different life. I used to live a life of alcohol, parties, and naturally the type of people that I used to attract were people who drink, who party, who just do things that are not godlike, because I was in that vicinity. So that's all I was exposed to. I can't say there's no good ladies out there. I was just not in proximity because I was close to people that were doing the same thing as me. I was close to people that were living the same lifestyle as me. So naturally, we were friends because we were all beds of the same. How does it go? Yeah, but you get the point. Yeah, we're all living the same life, doing the same thing, drinking, going out, and all of that sort of stuff. I've always had rocky relationships. There was a lot of conflict over this guy, people fighting because one is jealous of the other, people fighting because this one gossiped about this one, or just people being judgmental. It was a lot because I was in like groups of friendships, because there was a lot of people involved, so there was a lot of conflicts, because you know how like a story would go from one person to the next person to the next person. By the time it gets to the owner of the story, it would have already been spiced up, twisted, and whatever else. I was constantly around a lot of negative, unmotivated, alcohol drinking individuals who really cared about clothes, boyfriends, the next outfit, where we're going, where are we having lunch, where are we having dinner, who's dating who, what's the latest fashion, what's the latest brand, who's wearing what. So really there was no growth, there was no empowerment, there was no sisterhood. It was just a bunch of envy, jealous, and a lot of evil eyes. And yeah, I would say that. And luckily for me, I relocated to the UK, London to be precise, last year, 2020. This is when I found myself very, lonely. I really found myself very lonely. I even left my country. Like, God has already separated me from those people, so I was already alone anyways, but I didn't feel it when I was still back home. I only felt it when I was here, because in my mind I was just like, okay, these people were very toxic, and we used to do a lot of bad things, gossip, lie, drink, and all these nasty things. But I actually miss them, because now I feel so lonely. I think I went through a period of like a month of feeling like this, of feeling so lonely and missing my toxic friends, until I just decided to invest my time in actually building a closer relationship with Jesus. So one time I was praying and I told God, I do not want this. I don't want this. I do not want this. You know what I want. I want a friend who is mine. I want a friend who is solely mine. She can have other friendships, but I want a friend that I can say, this is my confidant, this is my sister, this is my backbone, this is the person who will be able to carry me through emotionally or any other way that I might need assistance with. This is the person who's going to help me with growing in Christ. I said all these things to God, like, God, why can't you give me this person? Why didn't you give me this person all along? And I had the answers myself, because you were not ready. I was not ready. So the thing is, when it comes to relationships, never ask for something you are not ready for. So I was not ready for that kind of relationship. So God did not give me that relationship because I was not ready for that relationship. Had God given me that relationship at that time of my life, I would have probably messed up the friendship anyways, and it would have gone to waste. Be sure what you want to ask God for, and make sure that you are ready for it, and you have worked towards whatever you want, and you are able to handle it. Because asking for something, it's one thing, but being able to sustain and keep whatever you prayed for is something different entirely. So you are asking for this godly friend who is prayerful, who's going to pray with you. But are you able to maintain that kind of relationship? Are you strong enough to maintain that kind of relationship? And my answer was no, I was not strong enough or equipped enough to handle that kind of sisterhood. So I'm just glad that God didn't give it to me then. I still don't have that friend. Spoiler alert. I still don't have that friend, but that's what I'm praying for and I'm hoping for. And I know that's what God is going to bless me with an army of sisters who love and cherish Jesus and who want to have like a genuine friendship that is going to build. And the thing is, I might have people approaching me in that manner, but I'm not ready yet. So I'm not ready to be in that relationship. I'm still being selfish. I'm in my solitude era. I just want to be here. I just want to be calm. Right now in my life, it's just me and Jesus. It's just me focusing on Jesus. And whatever he decides to bless me with, when me and him have a solid, strong foundation, that's when I will accept. But for now, I just feel like I'm not ready for anything, and I don't want to now get a friendship that is going to distract me from what me and Jesus are doing right now, because we have a lot of work to do, honey. So the thing is, when you are in your solitude era, the devil knows that you are alone. He knows that you are isolated, and he will mess up with your mind. He will plant thoughts in your head that will have you thinking your entire life. You will be thinking about your entire life, like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? What's the whole purpose? What's the point? Why am I here? Why do I exist? You will be asking yourself these questions. That is the enemy trying to talk you out of your solitude, and that's when you should stay strong and be prayerful and read the word of God. The thing about the devil will always remind you of your past. When you are trying to do better, he will always remind you of your past. So if you find yourself thinking about negative things, just know that's the devil trying to disturb your journey, trying to disturb you so you can go back to your old ways. Just endure. Romans 14 verse 23 says, turn to God and pray for greater faith, because only He can grant us peace and serenity despite our swirling thoughts. So whenever you feel like your mind is juggling up, Romans 14 says, look to God and pray. He will give you peace. He will restore that kind of peace that you need to enjoy your solitude journey. Honestly, guys, this is the time where you should enjoy yourself. You should get to know yourself. You should get to experience this new life that you are creating with God before everyone experiences. This is the time where you should be selfish. This is the time where you are getting to know yourself. You getting to grow as an individual before you put yourself out there to other people, so you can grow the type of confidence that will not be shaken when you go back into society. So you should actually appreciate this time and use it to your advantage. So the first thing that I would say that you need to do when you are in your solitude era, my first point is journaling. I know it sounds so cliche and everyone is going to say, oh, journal, do this and that. But writing down your thoughts while you are still in those feelings and in that moment and putting them down in pen and paper makes a huge difference. I honestly believe that's like you pouring out your heart, and if you write it, I believe it's already removed. That's why it left me and it went to that piece of paper, and God has removed it from my life. So whatever worry, anxiety that I might be going through, it is gone. So I believe in journaling. I also, when you go back, this is so much fun. When you go back and you read your journal and you just like, did I really, really feel like this? And you just like, this is just not a big deal. And you just feel like this is not a big deal, because every time I read my journal and I reflect, it puts everything into perspective. But actually, you realize that it was not real. It was just the devil trying to put some thoughts in your head that you are lonely, that you are not worthy, that you are not a good person. That's why you are alone, and all these kind of negative things. It's actually not real. It's just your thoughts, and it's not a big deal. Just find a word that resonates with you in the Bible. That journaling helps me with is achieving my goals, because I find that every time I write my goals down, I actually get to achieve them, because that piece of paper will hold me accountable, because every time I check my diary, I can see it's there and I need to get it done. Journaling helps me track my progress, because I always just read like a few months of journaling that I did, and you actually see that, oh my God, I have come so far. I can't believe 3 months ago I used to feel like this, or I used to be in this place, and right now I am so much far and I'm so matured than I was. And you actually can track your progress, which is so rewarding, and it feels so good when you can actually see, oh, this is what I thought 3 months ago. This is how I felt 3 months ago. Oh, the devil is a lie. And that's when you can rebuke the devil. Like, you lied to me. You lied. You are a liar and you deceive, and you have come to steal my joy, and I would not let you have my mind. That's when you can rebuke the devil, because you can see his ways are just lies and manipulations and trying to capture you in your mind. And one of the most important parts about journaling, it helps me improve my writing and my reading. Like, ever since I started taking journaling seriously, my pronunciation, my writing, and my reading has improved dramatically. There's just some words that were not part of my vocabulary. I find that the way that I can have conversations with people right now is much more improved as well. Like I can actually hold a good conversation because I do a lot of research. I enjoy doing research. That's my hobby. I just sit down whenever I'm interested in something and I just go on my laptop. I do tons and tons of research. I am a freak like that. I love doing research. It has helped me gain self-confidence. That is one of my favorite. Like, journaling has helped me gain a lot of confidence because I can confirm that the feelings that I had are not of God. Those are not the ways of God. And I can confirm that these are the lies from the enemy. And he can see that I am on a journey with Christ and he is trying to disturb whatever me and God are working on, so he can prove to God that I'm still a child of the world. And every time I can reflect on older journals, I get so much confidence that, wow, you have grown, you have moved, you are honestly and genuinely growing into the type of woman that you want to be. I want to be a loving, beautiful woman of God. Let me just sum it up. Proverbs 31, woman. Reading has introduced me into a new version of myself that I didn't know. I can sit here and comfortably say I am a bookworm. I am a bookworm. I've always known that I love reading, so reading challenges your mind. It strengthens your mind. You get to be able to, like I said before, pronounce, communicate better and learn some new words, and you can construct some good conversations and sentences. So it's really good. So reading can inspire you to find your purpose, because every time you read different books, they give you different ideas. So now you've collected, or you keep on collecting all these ideas. You keep grabbing inspiration until maybe you find your purpose. Like, okay, this is actually what I want to do. This is my passion. This is what I'm passionate about. It can really strengthen your ways of finding your purpose. Also, it strengthens your memory because you get to have a good memory. Before I started reading like religiously like I do now, my memory was whack. I still have like not the best memory because most of the time I don't remember people's names. Like if you introduce yourself to me for the first time, I'm probably not going to remember you until you introduce yourself like 3 times. Funny, because I'm always going to remember what you said, but I will never remember your name. I'm very bad with names. But I find that reading has improved my memory strength. I'm able to remember a lot of things easily, and I'm able to store a lot of information, which I was not able to do before. So that's why I can read the Bible and I can quote some of the verses without actually going to the Bible and reading it. And I'm actually so impressed with myself. Like, I am so proud of myself. I am just so proud of myself. Yeah. Okay. My third point is truth. You know when you're alone and there is no one else and it's just you. So basically it's just you and God. You are not going to lie. You are always going to be honest with yourself. You might lie to everyone else, but when it's you and your thoughts, you're not going to lie to yourself. So just be honest with yourself and know what your issues are, so that when you come out of this solitude era, you know how to handle the outside world. Because you know this is your time to learn yourself, to know yourself, to be your friend, to date yourself. Like, I love going on dates by myself. I love going to coffee shops. It would just be me, my journal, my phone or my laptop and my earphones. Sometimes I listen to calming music. Sometimes I would listen to rain or fire sounds and just listen and just be on my thoughts and just motivate myself and find ways on how I can be the best version of myself Buy yourself flowers. That's one thing that I know that I love. I love flowers. I love chocolates. I love getting gifts. So if no one is willing to buy me those gifts, I'm going to buy them for myself. I'm going to do these things for myself because this is my love language. So this is my love language. This is the way that I want people to love me. When I come out of this solitude era, this is the way I want people to love me. So this is how I'm gonna love myself. I usually just love on myself, motivate myself, be kind to myself, be a good friend to myself, speak positive words into my life, speak positive affirmations into myself, and date myself, go and get beautiful dinner by myself, have beautiful conversations that are stimulating my mind, because that's what I want from other people when I leave my solitude era. So I'm first, before I even want something from someone else, is that I'm gonna give it to myself. That's the biggest lesson that I learned in this life, that if you want something from someone else, make sure you're able to give it to yourself. You want love? Do you love yourself? Do you want gifts? Do you gift yourself? Do you want affirmations? Do you affirm yourself? Because if someone else affirms you, it's not enough. You need to do it yourself in order for you to believe it. Because when you are with you never lie to yourself. You're always going to tell yourself the truth. So you have to be your biggest cheerleader. Refill and recharge. Like, I go to do things that are calming. Maybe go to nature, sit by the lake, read a book, enjoy yourself, have a good time. I love going to the spa, and I love going to the pool area. In my building, we have a pool area, we have a jacuzzi, we have a spa, we have a gym. My building is basically like a hotel. It's basically like a 5-star hotel. So we have all these amenities. So I'm able to enjoy all these things, and they make me feel calm and recharged. So just make sure my calm and recharge might not be the same as yours. So just do whatever feels calming and recharging to you. Is be self-sufficient. Learn to depend on yourself and be self-reliant. As much as we need other human beings, because we are spiritual beings, and the way that God created us was for us to be a community and not to be alone. But just make sure that you are able to do it on your own. Be assured that you are able to do it on your own, so you're not you're not a liability to other people. So you just learn basic skills like cooking, making money, cleaning, resourceful, like have the ability to make decisions by yourself without relying on other people. I think my biggest lesson when I switched countries was I was not self-sufficient. That's why it was so important for me to put this down. When I moved countries, I was not self-sufficient, because I always had cleaners, I had nannies, but I'm mostly grateful for it now that I don't have it anymore. But that's not the culture here in the UK. So I had to learn all these things. I had to learn to be able to do these things by myself. I had to learn to be self-sufficient and self-reliant and be resourceful. It was very hard, but where there is a will, there's a way, and it was not easy. It took me a couple of months to get used to the new routine of me cleaning and cooking and all those things. It was hard at first, but now it's a breeze. Like the first 3 months, it was very, very difficult. It was very, very difficult. But now it's just like a breeze. I'm just like, I'll do this and this and this and this. But learn to be independent, learn to be resourceful, learn to do things on your own. Lastly, and the most important one, Jesus is all that you need. Jesus is all that you need. If you rely on him, he will provide everything for you. He will provide everything for you above and beyond, more than what you expect. So just be faithful and believing, and he will provide. So one thing I want to say to you, just enjoy this time. This is your time to be selfish. This is your time to think about you. This is the time for you to pour on yourself and just build the woman of your dreams. This is the time where you have to really build a strong foundation. So when you leave this place of solitude, to make meaningful relationships that are going to be beneficial to you and that are going to lift you up and that are very God related, because that's what you want. You want to build relationships that are surrounded by God. I'm still in my solitude era myself, but we are learning together and we are going to enjoy this phase of our life together. So I hope this was helpful to you. Until next time, I love you, but God loves you more. Bye.